Previously, we left St Vincent, discovered the idyllic Union Island, and we had an unpleasant medical procedure.
She actually stabbed me in the brain.
Wild life. Break the rising fall. Go on, feel it all. I wanna feel it all. Love the rising fall. Go on, feel it all. I wanna feel it all.
At last!
We are sailing. Well, we're not at all actually, we're going to be motoring.
Yeah, there's no wind today at all. It is like a mill pond here.
But we are moving. So we are leaving St Vincent and the Grenadines and we are heading over to Carriacou, which is part of Grenada.
Yeah, we're just taking a boat to another country and spending no money in the way.
Yeah, I know. I can't quite get my head around it. I think it's going to be really odd to have said that we've done it. Even stranger because we still don't own this boat yet. So part of the agreement with the owner, because he is stuck in another country due to COVID, is that he can't move the boat and we can't get it hauled out for a survey here. So we agreed that we would take it into Carriacou, into Grenada for him, to be able to get all the tests and things done that we need to do before we can actually buy it.
Yeah, so this boat has to move across to Carriacou, which is 2 hours, as you say.
Yeah.
It's slightly weird because, you know, we're only getting to know the boat, so we're hoping there's not like a double-skinned hull with some packages we don't know about or anything like that.
Don't scare me.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. It's a piece of cake to get from A to B.
But to make it more interesting, so we're not only moving this boat, but we are actually moving 2 boats.
That boat.
And there are 2 of us.
So that just means that we're going to have to single hand. So Brownie's going to sail this boat, I'm going to sail that boat, and somehow we'll work out the logistics at both ends to lift anchors and mooring ball drops and everything else.
The moving across is absolutely fine. We're not going to sail, we're just going to motor. Yeah. It's just 2 hours straight, no wind, nothing to worry about. The leaving here is okay because, well, that boat's on an anchor just now, but we're going to move it onto a mooring ball so that you can get off easily on your own. But we're not quite sure what we're going to meet on the other side, what the quarantine rules are. So how much we have to stay away from each other, how much we have to stay away from people until we're cleared, how much they can help us anchor or moor or dock. We don't even know where we need to be when we get there.
And it's one of the weird things, so it's something we've never done before, but when you arrive in a new country, you've got to put up a yellow flag called a Q flag, which means you're under quarantine. And technically you have to stay on your boat, you're not allowed to go anywhere until you're checked in to the country, which basically means passport officials, just like you go through an airport, but they'll come to you on a boat. For us, we don't know if we're going to get there and they're going to get angry if I jump off that boat to come and help Brownie with this boat while this Q flag is up. So it could be an interesting experience. We might get in trouble, we might have to apologise profusely, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Everyone we've met so far has been super friendly and helpful, so we're just hoping.
Sure.
Another
country that'll be the same.
Yeah, no problems.
Easy. So here we are again. Arriving at the airport. Let's check out this time. So fingers crossed we've got everything we need. So we had a look on the second boat and couldn't find basically any of the papers we need to go to check out. So we're going to have to sweet talk them and see how we get on. Fingers crossed.
Unfortunately, we have not been able to check out because the second boat that we need to move didn't have its papers on board. So we're on a little bit of a wild goose chase now, trying to find them, locate them. Apparently they've been left with a person who is nearby. So we're going to try and find that person, get the paperwork. The customs guy has now gone off on his lunch break, so we have to wait an hour anyway. And then we will come back and try and check out this afternoon. I don't know if that leaves us with enough time to sail to Carriacou today, so we might be delayed to tomorrow just because we don't really want to be arriving around sunset. It's going to be stressful enough with the 2 boats. So that's our challenge for just now.
This is it. So first time doing all that customs and immigration and everything, and it turns out if you have the boat papers for the boat you're planning to leave on, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, who'd have thought that if you have the paperwork, then they actually are happy to let you go.
Amazing, yeah. So we had a couple of different people in there helping us out and only a couple of fees to pay and things like that, but it's good.
Pretty smooth. They were fairly chatty because there's not much going on. But yeah, we've now got all the different coloured bits of paper that we need, and hopefully we won't lose them between here and arriving in Carriacou.
So we need to hurry back now because time is getting on and we might end up paying late fees to arrive.
Yeah, it's all quite a learning process. So this took about 4 hours longer than we thought it would, but you know, for the first time, we're okay with that.
And so with all the papers in hand, we were ready to lift our anchors and set sail for a new country.
This is my view, and that's Ian over there. Just a little buddy boating.
Okay, so I didn't manage to film anything as we left, mainly because I went to start the second engine on this boat and the starter motor was just free spinning, which is a bit concerning. So after a bit of faffing around, I was able to work out, I had one engine running, and the other one, turns out the 12-volt feed to the starter motor had disconnected on little spade connectors. So I had the joy of frantically working that out and patching it all back in before dropping the lines. So I didn't remember to turn on the camera.
Okay, I can do this, especially because I've got autopilot on. So the wheel is just moving itself to keep it in a straight line. So I can definitely do this.
Onto the helm's bust. As is the wind. As was one of the engines. I'm not sure I want this one. I'd like that though.
So we're heading to Carriacou. I love it that we've only just started the journey and it feels like we're almost there. It's really not a long crossing, which is the only reason I agreed to do this. And that's St Vincent just there. So it's really not a big distance at all. I could probably swim it if I was really committed.
The two boats are now cruising across to a new country, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, fingers crossed nothing else goes wrong. If that's the worst of my worries, I am more than happy.
So last night as we were preparing for this crossing and I was just trying to get all of my last minute nerves out, I came across a video online that, of another girl who was about to do a crossing and she was a bit nervous, and so she wrote a song called "This Boat Will Not Tip Over," and she used that to get all of her fears and her worries out, and now that's all I've got playing on a loop in my head.
The boat will not tip over, the boat will not tip over. We couldn't tip it over even if we tried. The boat will not tip over, and when our trip is over, we can say that we made it to the other side. We can say that we made it to the other side.
Hey. It's just, that's my mantra now. It's just all I'm singing this whole crossing. It's working for me.
We're just passing over a really shallow cable. So it's going to go from like 80 meters deep to 8 meters deep in a second. I'm just hoping I can swim around the side of it rather than go straight to the top of it. Not that it should be a problem. Except somebody told me that somewhere around here there's an underwater volcano which would suck your boat down into the sea.
Excellent. It's just starting to feel all relaxed. And not only is there an underwater volcano next to us, but yep, that point is called Gunpoint.
Underwater volcanoes, they give off someone will correct me here, but it gives off a gas. I think it's a methane gas. It gives off a gas which effectively changes the density of the water over the top of them, and your boat stops being buoyant. So I'm just making sure we don't get too close to a pinnacle that may or may not be what I imagine a volcano to be. I hope I don't sink. Floating is one of the few things it actually does.
So I know that everybody says it, but crossing an international border on a little sailboat is just really cool. We had to go and check out, we had to go to the airport, but there was no rush of, oh, I need to pack and we have to leave or we might miss the flight. If I forget to pack something, then I'll just have to survive without it at the other end. Because I've got everything with me, everything I own is here on this boat. And when we get and check in to Carriacou, we arrive in Grenada, I've got my home with me, which is the whole point of doing this. And I know how ridiculous that sounds, but still just doing it, it's the weirdest feeling. I cannot get my head around it, and yet I can't wait to do it so many more times. It's going to be awesome. This is so cool. So we're just getting to the point here. There's the Two Sisters rock with the lighthouse on it. So Ian's cut on the inside of that. I've just slowed down the engine slightly and I'm going to come around the outside. I think I'm going to take the autopilot off now and then I can just hand steer around the corner and into the bay. I'm sort of taking my time. So we are just outside Tyrrell Bay Marina now, but it appears that there's some problem with the radios. I can hear Ian, he can't hear me. We were both calling into the marina to let them know we're here and to find out where they would like us to go. And we heard them respond once, but then after that they weren't responding to us. So I don't quite know what's going on. But luckily we've got the phone number for somebody who works in the marina, so we can phone her and see if she can direct us where they want us to be. So it's just yet another one of those things that goes wrong that adds to the stress, but it's okay. We can deal with that. And the storm is still not quite reached us here. It's grey skies behind us, but they're holding off because that would just add another layer of intrigue. Tyrrell Bay Marina, Tyrrell Bay Marina.
This is Tyrrell Bay Marina. Can we switch to channel 14, please?
So that's it, we've got a plan, just as we'd hoped. We are just going to go and moor up. There's mooring balls here. So Ian has headed in, the rain is just starting. Yeah, he's somehow got to go in nice and slow, get right alongside a mooring ball, and then remember where we hit the boat hook, and then grab the mooring ball and tie himself on. Hopefully there might be somebody around to help. I'm not sure that anybody will be allowed to because we're technically quarantined until we've checked in, which won't be till tomorrow now. Once he's secured, then he can head out and help me come in as well. So we'll just motor in and then at least he can be on the helm and I can grab the line, or the other way around. So we're nearly there. This is the most difficult bit and I can't see what's happening. He's too far away now and this is the part I was most nervous about. So it's probably a good thing that I can't see. This is Tyrrell Bay. Feels like we have been planning for this moment, researching this place, watching videos of other people coming here for so long. And now I'm actually here in person. It's kind of unreal. And I love it. I just can't stop smiling. This is just awesome. I know that in retrospect, it was such a tiny journey, and yet seeing the view of the ocean and the sunset behind and a new country in front of us as you come in, it is a feeling I cannot describe. Woohoo! We did it! Oh, I say wait, I've done absolutely nothing. He did it! He is anchored, he is secure. He's on a dinghy heading this way. Oh, that's the hard part over. I can almost relax now. Oh, it has been a day. Yeah, we've just come to check in this morning, which we thought, oh, that's great. We've done the hard part of solo anchoring, but we've just come to shore to try and check in and bring our passports, get them stamped and everything. And it's a Saturday and the people haven't shown up to work in the office.
Just haven't turned up. They're meant to be open.
So everyone that we've spoken to was like, yeah, they should be there, but we don't know where they are today. So we're really hoping that we can check in somewhere, because if we can't, then we've got to wait till all of Sunday and then on to Monday morning, and we have to quarantine on the boat for that time.
And we're running out of food.
We've run out of food, running low on water. So yeah, it's just another enjoyable challenge that we didn't see coming.
Just another hurdle.
So for now we're just sitting in the shade and hanging around waiting to see if the building behind us opens up, and crossing our fingers.
It's official. We are quarantine free, I guess is the term.
We are checked in and we're allowed to freely roam the island of Carriacou.
For a very set period of time. We had to tell them when we were going to leave and where we were going to go, and we don't know. It's a simple answer, so that was a bit awkward.
Yeah, it was a lot more official here than it was up in Union and SVT.
Yes. Well, official apart from the fact they had to use a rock to hold the window open to talk to us. I
really like that.
Oh, that's kind of quaint. But yeah, other than that, we had to be quite formal and sign the documents in the right places and everything else. But we are allowed to go where we like now. So what that means is we get to take down our Q flag, which has been flying above us. And we get to now put that away, and we have to find the right flag to put up here actually, so we can say we're here.
Do. I feel like it should be an official ceremony. Would you like to serenade the flag? Longer disease-ridden humans.
So this marks the occasion where we actually managed to sail to a different country. That's a bit
That was
insane.
pretty cool, wasn't it?
Pretty neat. So, hello Grenada. Thanks for joining us on our crazy adventure. If you'd like to know more, why not check out our website or follow us on social media at Real Red Seas. Oh, and don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell, it really helps us out. If you'd like to support us, check out our Patreon. What's the suitable song to serenade the Grenadian flag with?
Well, I was thinking about the wash your hands one.
Oh, but that's simple.
Oh.
How about...
Hello, Grenada. You make me happy.
with pineapple juice, trilby and nappies. Hello, Grenada. You're not too fishy.
You're quite fishy. I've seen a dead fish in the water and a dead squid on our boat.
Except for the two that came to meet me.
Hello, Grenada.